And welcome everybody out there to your favorite show all about music festivals and stuff going on in the EDM festival music world place thing. We are Festival Addicts, and we have people in the studio and on the phone. So who's here?
Hello, Daniela.
Hi, Kelly.
Hi, Monique.
And today we are joined by one of our fellow Festival Addicts ambassadors. We have Ange on the phone. Ange, are you there?
Yes, hello everybody.
Hi, welcome to the show. I want to first start off by saying thank you so much for being our ambassador and attending a music festival that happened over the weekend in Phoenix, Trapfest. So, Ange, why don't you let's tell the people a little bit about it. So, if you're not familiar with it, Trapfest, which is run by Relentless Beats and it's often promoted by them, was taking place at the Van Buren Arena in downtown Phoenix, and it was a one-day festival that took place. So, Ange, why don't you tell us what your experience of when you were there?
Yeah, of course. So it was an amazing experience. I loved Trapfest. The Van Buren is located right in downtown Phoenix, so it has super easy access for public transportation. You can take the light rail there. Obviously Ubers, and it's just super convenient to get to, super easy to get to, and it's in downtown. And the Van Buren is it's a smaller venue, so when they have shows there, it's super like more intimate and more smaller, but yet it does get it does hold up quite a lot of people. But I still had an amazing event. Security was a breeze. Super friendly. They always have great staff to answer any of our questions that we have for them in regards to like where's the restroom, or if we can go out and then come back in. Just super friendly, super helpful staff. I always loved speaking to anybody from there. The ladies at the will call box office were super friendly as well when I went there. So the staff was great. The people were great as well. Obviously great energy, great group of people. I was able to capture a lot of really cool moments when I was at the Trapfest. So it was so much fun. The lineup was amazing. So usually at the Van Buren, it's usually just one stage since it is a smaller venue, but still the sound system was great. You were able to hear the music and the bass all the way if you were all the way in the back. And then even if you're all the way in the front, it just sounded great all around. The bathrooms are super easy to access. The lines are usually super quick. And I didn't really get that much to drink while I was there. I maybe got like 2 drinks, and they were decently priced. I want to say around $8 and then plus tip. And then the bartenders there were super friendly. It's just a great venue. I loved everybody. And when I was able to get up front to take pictures, I was actually able to go right in front of the stage where the barricades are. So they allowed me to do that so I can take pictures. And that was a super great experience. And the security guards were like interacting with all the headbangers that were on the rail, like just enjoying the music, enjoying the DJs, and just enjoying Trapfest. And then also if you're at the rail, because I'm pretty sure they know it's just awful to go back and get water and then come back to the rail. So the security guards actually up front, they have water. So like if you just ask like, oh, I need to refill my water bottle real quick, you just give it to the security guard really quick and they'll actually fill it up for you for free. So that was super cool. A really good way to keep all of our family and friends and our community to stay hydrated and well. The lineup was super great. So the lineup was Nasty Humans. That's who opened up for a while. Great music, local music as well. And then it was Miss Mine Sweet Pop, which actually that was my first time seeing him, but I loved him. I found a new favorite DJ, which is another reason why I love going to new events, because I get to broaden my love for EDM and different genres of music. And he is definitely one of my favorite DJs now, and his visuals are super cool.
Hey, Angie, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Was this the first Trapfest that they ever had, or had you gone to this festival before?
So I want to say this is their third Trap Fest, and this is actually my first Trap Fest going to. This is like my first Trap Fest that I've gone to, and I didn't really know all that much about music. I mean, I knew the headliner, and that's about it. But when I saw Mind Sweet Paw, I just loved his visuals. It was a mix of different animes like Dragon Ball Z, Sailor
That sounds
Moon,
really
Hunter
cool.
Hunter, and it just mixed it super super well. And she was just super trappy music, and I loved it. He was a great DJ, and I'm just glad I was able to find out who that was too. So he was really great. And then it was Aliens. They're awesome. Super super cool performance. Loved them. The crowd went wild. That was also my first time seeing them as well. But again, a new favorite DJ group as well. And then it was 4B, was Flushometive B2B 4B. And I saw 4B at EDC when he closed out the last day with Say My Name. So it was, but them together was just great. Their energies matched well, like so well together. They hyped up the crowd. They just mixed what they knew how to mix and just super trappy. There's a bunch of good rap and hip hop music in the mix as well. And it was just overall a super great experience. And I was just super happy that I was able to experience that. And I also made tons of new friends, just dancing away with all the great people, and made some new friendships as well while I was at the Trap Fest. So it was a pretty good time. And then, so usually when an event is at the Van Buren, I want to say they start between 8 and 9 p.m. And then they usually close out at 2 a.m. And then at the end of the event, you can usually expect like a row of cabs and Ubers and Lyfts that are already in front of Van Buren. So it makes it super easy and convenient for you to find a ride home. And then parking is actually not that bad either. I parked literally right across the street from the Van Buren and just walked there, which took like 3 minutes to get there. So parking isn't that bad either, but overall, it was a great experience. I mean, the venue was great, the people were great, the rave community was great, all the people. So I really enjoyed Trapfest, and I would really, really recommend it, especially any event that's at the Van Buren, because it's just it's a small local venue, but I mean, it's amazing. It has great services and great people, so it's just great.
You really sold me. Now I want to go to the Van Buren now. Like, I'm all signed up. I'm gonna park across the street.
If not, you can take the Ubers. That are lined up outside of the venue.
That's how I like my Uber. That's honestly how I like it. Waiting on me.
Right outside.
No, but it's cool, Angie. I don't know. I feel like your energy and your excitement from this festival, and I like that. Sometimes we get to go to these events and we come back and we're still just all pumped. I like that. That's cool. It makes me want to go even more. How did you hear about Trapfest? Like, did your friends go before?
I'm sorry?
Like, how did you hear about it? Did your friends go like the previous year, or was it just like social media blitz and you're like, oh, I have to go?
So I actually had a few friends going. And so they had already previously asked me like a few weeks ago, like, hey, are you going to check out Trapfest? We went last year, it was great. And just kind of like convincing me to go. And then, so I was like, okay, I'll go, because I already had friends who were going. So they were hyping it up. And so obviously I was like, all right, I'll go. And then I'm just super glad I went, because I ended up absolutely loving it and having a really, really great night.
What's your background? Like, how many other festivals have you been to? Sorry, I know, like, we're meeting on air for the first time. It's like really fun.
It's a lot of that. We
tell us everything.
This is like a festival Tinder date right now. But like, had you been to like big festivals before, or do you normally go to just like the local shows?
So I've been to a few big ones. My first big one was actually here in Phoenix, and it was Phoenix Crush of 2017.
Ooh, nice, nice.
Yeah, and it was great. And then after that, because that was like my main festival, I just absolutely fell in love. and started buying started buying all my rave gear, all my rave outfits, what I was
She
going
was
to wear.
She was hooked, guys. I know this story so well.
It happens. Everybody has the same story. I went to my first event and I loved it so much, and I want to know my next one. I started planning out my costumes, and then all of a sudden, all your money's gone.
Yeah, haven't had savings since then.
God.
Since 2016.
Huh?
For all events, I have to budget now for all the events that I want to go
Yeah.
to, because I was like, usually people are like, okay, so what's your 5-year plan? And then obviously it's like their typical things, but then I'm like, okay, so Electric Forest next year. Ultra in 2020.
The Raver
and
5-year
then-
plan.
God, I know. We need to find a better way of like saving so we can actually go to all these things.
Sugar daddies.
My budget is 1 month at a time, and all the events that I want to go to in that 1 month.
Oh God. No, there's choices. There's decisions that have to be made.
Oh gosh, and now that Insomniac does payment plans,
Yeah.
it just
What are bills?
yeah.
No,
No.
But I mean, these are tricky though now because they compound. Now there's multiple payment plans stacked on top of each
Yeah,
other.
I'm on 4.
Yeah,
I'm on 2, which is more than enough.
yeah. You know what, Angie? You're lucky that you don't have like payment plans suckering you into like all these.
We don't
things.
know if she doesn't have payment plans. So have you been roped into any of it?
Have the payment plans got you, Angie?
Yes.
Yes. See, she is one of us. She is one of us.
I accidentally like triple booked myself for back-to-back events for this year. So we did EDC, which was great. And then we weren't going to do anything for the rest of the year because we're like, all right, EDC kind of drained us. But then I signed myself up to go see Olivia at Red Rocks.
Oh.
And then- And then freaking Insomnia dropped a $10 payment plan for
EDC,
Oh, girl, the struggle. The struggle.
Oh, and that's in November. And then we're going to do Decadence in December here in Arizona. Like, well, all right. That's how that goes.
Yeah. Don't feel bad. That those $10 payment plans got us all.
Yeah.
And the 19
They got me multiple times.
Yeah, and that $19.99 one that just happened.
And the $15 secret project one.
oh, Insomniac, I'm on to you. That divorce is really not doing well for you.
Yeah.
Ooh, burn.
It is not my fault you got divorced. I'm not paying your alimony
That's
monthly.
really
Is
what
this
is, guys.
just child support for Rainbow? Is
I-
that what's
yeah,
happening?
yeah, it
right
is.
I was hoping it was
Little girl
funding
likes
a new
raves, too.
festival. Nope.
She goes to all of them. It's crazy. Oh my gosh.
But I love her.
I do.
I love her so
she's so
hard.
cute. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, Ange, is there anything else that you want to tell us? Like any other tips for attending Trapfest for anybody out there that's listening?
No, just go and have a good time, dude. I was actually questioning what kind of outfit I should wear because I was like, it's a smaller venue, but it is a festival, but it's not just one show. So, do I go a full rave gear EDC or smaller venue kind of show? So,
Where did you
Glitter and
end up at?
pasties. Glitter and pasties.
Oh, that's Danielle's
Yeah.
answer to everything in life.
I overthink what I want to wear to just the shows, but then I get some great pictures afterwards, so it's kind of worth it. So it's totally fine, but I question it. But I still went in there and I saw every single kind of outfit put together, like full-on EDC, Electric Forest outfits, like full-on rave outfits. But then I also saw just shorts and a t-shirt, just so comfy. So that was the only thing that I was kind of like questioning. But then I just went in and obviously everybody was beautiful and wore whatever they wanted and still looks great. So,
So it's very
What-
like
that was-
eclectic. Everybody was just wearing whatever they felt comfortable in.
yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's
great.
that is me trying to pack right now.
I can only imagine what you're going through right now.
I don't know, Angie.
I'll
I'm
trade
sure-
with you.
No, sorry, Daniela. Angie, I don't know if you know. I'm trying to pack for Tomorrowland.
She's going to weekend too.
Going weekend too, but I know they don't really like dress up.
No.
I know.
No, they don't. It's very like
so
European.
hard.
Oh, I would just to
Yeah.
stand out.
And people do. People do.
People
And, like,
do. People do.
I legitimately have seen like people in full out rave gear, and I'm like, they're from America, and I'll walk over to her and I'm like, so what state are you from? And she's all like, I'm from Germany, or I'm from Belgium, or and I'm like, what are you dressed like that for?
I want to bring my bandana and I can't.
Bring it. Yeah, you can.
I heard that that's like gang stuff over there.
Well,
Yeah.
you
At
are going to
Creamfields,
be.
people like questioned it.
Yeah. I'm bringing my
worked-
Creamfields jacket for sure.
I
That Daniela bought me.
Yeah.
always bring a bandana. You should always because of the dust.
Yeah.
I know, but
Apparently,
I don't-
British people don't care. They also like to mudslide.
My brother said, but I am gangster and I should wear it.
Oh, no.
I'm like,
No, it's totally fine. If you get randomly selected for the drug screening or like the drug sniffing dogs, I mean, don't be surprised.
Can I just pet the dog?
No, you're not allowed to touch the dog.
Why?
That's like against, in every country, that's against the rules.
You
to touch
see,
the dog.
I see drunk me be like, "Oh my god, puppy!" and getting arrested for playing with the dog.
Yeah, I can see that. It's okay. There's people out there who bail you out. It's okay. We'll get you out.
Angie,
Angie-
I am looking forward to like, the whole Arizona rave scene.
Yeah.
So much more. I've been in like what, 2 or 3 now?
I think so.
We did Phoenix Lights.
and then we did the wet electric, and then I think you're
I
going.
want to try to go back to Baster's Math.
Ooh,
I cannot say
yes.
that.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's
Yes.
my fingers crossed.
So, once again, do you have any other questions, Daniela?
No, I think she covered everything.
You did. You actually covered everything. So, Ange, thank you once again for being our ambassador and attending Trapfest on our behalf, and then telling everybody about it. Like, we're all super excited.
No, I'm super, super excited, guys.
Yeah. So Kelly's very, very excited. She likes Phoenix anyway.
I do,
So,
and I like trap. Unlike
and she likes
everybody
trap
else
music.
here,
so it's like,
I'll
she-
buy you a Trapfest ticket for that Tomorrowland ticket.
no.
no, that's not even. It's not even a good trade. But thank you so much for joining us tonight, Ange, and we definitely look forward to working with you in the future. And before you take off, can you tell everyone where we can find you on social media, or where you would like for us to find you on social media?
Yes, of course. So everybody, you guys can go ahead and go follow me on Instagram. My handle is going to be EDM Queen B, and that's it.
Oh, that's it. Okay. All right. So there you have it, everybody. Our ambassador who attended Trapfest. Thank you so much, Ange, and we look forward to working with you again.
Awesome. Thank you so much, ladies. Have a great night.
All right. You too.
Bye.
You too.
All right. Bye. I think she's gone.
Right.
I loved her energy. That was
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah.
She knew
no.
every question without us asking
I
her.
know.
She was.
She's
though,
well prepared. Very well prepared.
Yeah, just this ball of information that was like super, super excited, and I liked
That's
her.
how you
Yeah.
know someone enjoyed an event.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, she did.
no,
She gave us
it's-
absolutely
I
everything.
wish
I'm-
I feel like I can't wait till my next event now, just so I can
Which is
feel that
next
way.
weekend.
Yeah. We hate you.
I do. I kind of do. But I'm really
It's
excited for
okay.
you. Like,
You can
I'm
still mug her
really-
in the parking lot.
What
If
I'm
people hate me, it
not-
means I'm doing something right.
I
so.
know, yeah, the haters are always there. I'm not gonna do that because she has to go. Like, she has to go.
Fun.
Okay. I think we have.
Hello, hello.
Hi, Liz.
Welcome
That was
back.
too sweet.
Aw.
How do
You
you
put sugar in the studio for you, B?
make your
Yeah, my
teeth dry?
diabetes is getting acting up.
How can you not love Liz though? That's the thing.
That's how festival addicts do.
Exactly. We loves our people.
Yeah.
We loves our people.
And this
Liz is
the
also
last
going to
phone
Tomorrowland.
call. Yes, and it's the last phone call I'll be calling in on
Aw.
until I'm live in the studio.
Yay.
I'm air cheersing you.
Yes, I'll be there in 1, 2, 3 weeks, right after Hard. So
All right.
I will be
How exciting.
out of the country, and then I will be there. So
Yay, we
very
can't
excited.
wait. So, Liz, and you've been super busy these past couple weeks. So you were just at an event. Why don't you tell us about the greatest day ever?
I will. So I went down to New York City. They had a 2-day festival on Saturday and Sunday, July 13th and 14th, called The Greatest Day Ever. And it's in like amphitheater festival and then a carnival on the outside. And they had the Red Bull stage, which is actually a Red Bull van with DJs on top.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, it was really cool. I only went on Sunday, but I did have a couple friends who went Saturday, and they had a good time, which actually made me feel a lot better and more excited to go Sunday, which was pretty cool. So one of the things I have to say, it's more like security was more like going into a concert. So it's right on the boardwalk of Coney Island, which I had never been to Coney Island before, so I can check that off my list.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I definitely do want to go back down there and actually check out like the real carnival and all that. Because what they did inside is they had about maybe half a dozen rides set up. I did ride the Ferris wheel. I've been wanting to ride a Ferris wheel for the past year and haven't done it.
Wait,
So
you
I
haven't ridden a
finally
Ferris wheel at any of our events that we've been to?
No!
How is that? Wait,
That's blasphemy.
we were at
there.
EDC Mexico.
I didn't get
VIP
to it.
had its own Ferris wheel, and I rode it 3 times.
I've been on one Ferris wheel, my first escape, never again.
What?
Why?
I only went
Why?
because it was my first rave, but I'm terrified of Ferris wheels and like disconnecting from those little things they're holding and just like rolling away.
You'd be the
Yeah.
first to die. Come
Oh.
on, like they're very safe.
No,
like you'd be okay.
I don't
This was a
trust.
small one.
Oh, it was a small one.
Oh.
See, it was a
You
small
would have been
one.
okay.
You
Okay,
know, my
so-
I'm gonna digress into another sad little story. But like one of my tiniest raves I ever went to had like a little 8-person Ferris
Oh, my-
wheel, and it was the
Aw.
funnest shit ever. I had the time of my life on that thing. It was adorable. So Ferris wheels are always for the win. Sorry, they didn't roll
Yeah.
away on me, Daniel.
Yeah, well, you haven't been on the Mickey Death Wheel.
Well, that's it. Well, why would I go on something called that?
That's what I call it.
Is your life is scary all the time?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, Liz. Please tell us about how you didn't ride the Ferris wheel.
Yeah.
Or you
That's
did ride
it.
the Ferris
was,
wheel.
I went at night too, so it was really cool because you get up there and you can see the carnival and Coney Island and the boardwalk like looking straight, and then you turn to the right and there's the ocean with the moon like bouncing off of it, and I was just like, this is perfection. I just
Aw.
enjoyed it, so it was really cool.
Cross that off the list.
And then they also had one of those Viking boat things that you sit on and it sways back and forth. And we
love
did that
those.
and had a grand time. They actually played some really good music on that ride.
That's
and the
good.
guy running it, like letting you on, liked our group so much that he hopped in and then let us go again.
Wow.
So that was
Wait,
kind
so
of
who was
fun.
running the ride?
Nobody. No, but this is why you said death ring or whatever. This is what happens.
Mm-hmm.
People just don't
and
care.
So there's 2 people. There's like
Oh,
the guy
okay.
opening the door and letting you in.
Don't
Yeah.
No, your story was way cooler when there was one person.
Yes.
He just like,
And there's someone else actually pushing the button to do go. So the interesting thing is he was kind of like your hippie carnival guy that looks like a pirate with the do-rag and oh my God, hilarious.
So
and of
you
course,
found Johnny Depp.
like, oh yeah, Johnny Depp and like lights up a blunt and like, oh
Yeah, you
my
found Johnny
God.
Depp.
after
you
his
could
career
tell when,
dies,
like,
he's just gonna
as
take
we
over
swung
carnival
by,
rides.
You could smell until it was. I was like, we're not gonna
He
die.
does
we're
that at
not gonna die.
Disneyland. No, really,
But
he'll go
it-
on Pirates.
You know, true carnival guy. There.
I haven't been to
So,
Disneyland since high school.
He likes to pretend he's
sorry?
an animatronic and just jump out at people.
They're still on the Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Pirates of the Caribbean,
Yeah.
for sure. But yeah, so security really easy. Lines weren't that bad at all. So here's the funny thing about it. I was down, and the group of people who went down, we noticed on the festival lineup that we knew like maybe 3, maybe 4 people, and it was like every other person on the main stage. So in the amphitheater. And the nice thing is the amphitheater was fully covered with like a big tarp type cover, kind of like soccer stadiums and all that. So you didn't have the sun blaring down on you. You only had sun out at the carnival area. So that was great. But the interesting thing is, and as we got there and we listened to the first person who we arrived, we realized this was actually a hip hop and rap festival.
The
that
greatest day ever.
opposite was EDM. Yes. So it was 75% hip hop and rap people attending and 25% EDM, which was not what we expected. And we were all like, oh, that's different.
How are the vibes then being in?
Yeah. Were they confused by the ravers?
No, it was interesting. What happened is whenever those artists were done, those people would go out to the carnival and the EDM people would go into the amphitheater.
You're just all in line
single
waiting to
step-
switch?
It's like tag
No,
you're in.
exactly. You just went through a little hallway and there was plenty of room. So that was cool. The only annoying thing was if you purchased alcohol at the carnival, you could not bring it in. If you purchased alcohol inside, you couldn't take it out.
What
I
is,
hate that.
what, you know, that's not the first time that I've actually heard that happen.
Coachella does that.
Well, Coachella, you're
here's-
stuck in the little
here's
beer
my-
No,
garden.
you can't even take
theory
lemonade
why.
into the
Yeah.
inside ones.
I remember
Oh, really?
one of the hard
Mhm.
summers that we went to before it was in Fontana, and they wouldn't even let you bring like water in and out from like, I don't even know,
Oh.
like an alcohol
Yeah.
area. They made me dump my water canteen every time.
Oh, yeah.
I was just like, why? They're like, you can't bring it in from out. I'm like, you're stupid.
Yeah, they didn't have an issue with us taking not like water, but the alcohol drinks, absolutely.
Mhm.
So
It's
I
weird.
had to like down my beer. Beer was $18.
Oh, they beat out Insomniac. Shit. Don't let
Yes.
them hear that.
It's because it's New York, but they had Coney Island Brewery
Oh.
has a little booth there, and I have feelings the reason why you have to do it is there's probably separate insurance inside the amphitheater versus going outside. That's actually considered a parking lot and may not even be part of the amphitheater. So I have a feeling that's the reason why. I understand that. I just wish I knew that before I bought my beer
Oh.
because everyone was outside, and so I had to drink my beer fast.
Oh, poor
which was
you.
Yeah.
But
Sounds like
Don't.
the
Food
worst day
prices
ever. No, just kidding.
yeah. As far as food, I ended up eating outside, and they had like a rice bowl with kimchi, and you could either choose steak as an option, chicken as an option, or vegetarian. And it was $15. Again, New York City pricing is always going to be more than others.
But was it good?
It was
All right.
very good. I wish I had gotten the steak though. I got the chicken because I had been craving chicken, but then after I had a bite, I was like, darn it, I really wish I had the steak. The steak was really good. So my bad, at least I know. They had a few great vendors there that were giving away stuff. Core was the water provider, and they were giving away fanny packs. I did not do the fanny pack thing, but Mike's Tartar's Lemonade was giving free samples, and then they gave away a little drawstring bag that came with two like headbands, face mask things, and two koozies.
Okay.
So, yeah, I was like, hey, this is, and I like the drawstring bag. So I was like, and they had a mechanical shark bowl, only it was broken, but we took pictures on it anyway.
I think I have a photo of a shark bowl.
A shark?
Yeah,
The
yeah.
fish bowl?
Oh, okay.
No, like a mechanical bowl.
Oh, wait, but it's a
Oh.
shark, so it's a
It's a
mechanical
shark.
shark?
A mechanical
Huh.
shark.
But
yeah.
it was like disco ball shark.
Yes, they had that
covered
at
in
Forest. I love that. That was really cool. I
Yeah.
took like a million photos of that.
So I took a great picture of Cougs on it, our friend Jake Coogan.
Yeah.
And that was pretty fun. That was cute.
Yeah, definitely.
And then they had a couple other vendors. Their merchandise actually sold out pretty quick. T-shirts and jackets and stuff running between $35 and $45. So I don't think I even saw a $60 one. It was very reasonable for sweatshirts. T-shirts still a little on the high side. I didn't see anything like small merchandise, but they did have an artist there who was doing spray paint type stuff, and then a couple other clothing and pin people. And they did have a water hydration refill,
I love that.
just one little 4 thing. So you could refill your water bottle for free, which obviously we did that. That was a really good thing.
Did they run out of water?
They did not.
Okay.
Ooh.
They were
Ooh.
hooked right on up.
All
So it was pretty cool. And then their med tent was right there.
Okay.
And inside it was just like an amphitheater. The main people we saw was Snake Hips and Zed's Dead, which I complained about only being able to see a few people on Zed's Dead at Forest, a few songs. And so it was nice to have the full set, which was awesome. And I snapped almost the entire set.
Oh, that's fantastic.
That's cool.
I have a question. Did you discover any new artists while you were there?
I did. The girl that I heard when we first came in, her name's Danny Lee, and she had a couple other people who she brought out. She's definitely like a rap R&B singer. Let me see who else. They had in the Red Bull truck, actually, a Red Bull van, actually had the better artist. So
Okay.
every single one of the DJs, they all played an hour, and they did really well in, like, playing to the crowd. So when the EDM people were out, they were definitely doing that. When the rap people and R&B people were out, they did more of that. But it was interesting because they did kind of a mix where it was R&B but EDM. So it was kind of cool. On our website, on our Facebook page, I believe I listed the set times. If not, you can actually see the set times with the artists on Greatest Day Ever's Facebook page. They pulled it down from their website, but on their Facebook page, they still have the posts with the DJs, all local DJs from what I believe. And they actually were the best. We could have
That's awesome.
probably stayed
I like
out there
that.
the whole time.
That's really
So-
awesome.
I just want to
Yeah,
say
this-
greatest day ever. It's the greatest name of a festival ever. Like I'm hyped just saying like if I was going to the greatest day ever,
It would be the greatest day
it
ever.
would be the greatest day ever. Like dang, you can't even say like I had an awful time at the greatest day ever. No, it
Yeah.
doesn't work. It doesn't work. I'm sorry.
It was a really good day.
Was
I
it the
don't know if
greatest
it was
day?
the greatest day ever, but it was a good day.
She said she-
I-
It was a decent day ever.
But we did have fun. We had a really good time for us. And, I was originally going to go, then I decided not to go, and then we got to go. And so I had a great time. We had our other correspondent, Zach Brewer, come,
Mhm.
and he took a bunch of pictures. And turns out he's Festival Passport OG from 2017.
Oh, wow.
So it's cool that I got to introduce him to a lot of us 2018 people and bring him into our new Northeast Festival Passport group,
Oh, that's
which is
awesome.
really, really nice. Yeah. And go ahead.
I had a question. So because it's, in the New York area and, transportation, public transit is actually really good. So how was it like leaving the festival? Like that's just always been something I've been curious about for like festivals that happen out there. Like how was it
Right.
leaving the venue?
Yeah, so I ended up driving. Leaving the venue was super easy, and I ended up getting a parking space in a parking lot right behind the amphitheater.
Oh.
So
that's
I
score.
walked like 200 feet to my car. Parking was $27. Now you can find street parking. You just have to walk a few blocks. And the subway station was only like maybe 3 or 4 blocks away. It wasn't that bad. So most people ended up doing the subway, except for people like me who just drove in for the night. And I'll tell you this, driving in and driving out, it was like the most beautiful day. The weather was in the 70s. I had the top open, the windows down.
Liz.
Just
But it wasn't the
yeah,
greatest day. It It was the most beautiful day, though.
Did I what?
It was the most beautiful day, but not the greatest day.
It was definitely the most beautiful day. And when you're driving down Manhattan, down the Hudson or the East Side River, it's just like you're watching all the New York buildings, bridges, and then you get on down in Brooklyn and you're driving the South Side and looking at the ocean and the beach. I mean, it was classic. And then at nighttime, I ended up leaving. The festival did end at 11 p.m., so I left at like 11:15, got back on the road, and it was just like no clouds in the sky. You can see the moon and the stars. It was, and then you have all the city lights. So that's one of those things. If you have not been to New York City,
You make me
you
want to
gotta
go.
go.
I've been to New York. We've seen two very different New Yorks.
Yeah.
Liz, like
Yeah.
you are just like, I want to go now. I do. I want to see the most beautiful
Yeah,
day
this-
ever.
I do. I think the Festival Addicts needs to make a trip to New York though for a festival. I think we should.
Food?
Of course.
Oh, well,
Of course.
there's Electric Zoo is coming up
Oh.
Memorial Weekend.
Yeah.
If anyone
coming.
wants to sponsor us to go to Electric Zoo,
We'll talk about you on
Yeah.
our show.
yeah, we'll give you a hug.
I'll make you all
Yeah,
the candy you want. I'll make you a cake. Shoot.
Exactly. It's one thing, like you'll get different experiences in New York in each of the different 5 boroughs.
Yeah.
And since I've been traveling up here for the last 12 years, living up in this area for 8. When I first moved up here, I did spend the first 4 years in the city, like every other weekend or so. So there's a different experience from Manhattan versus Brooklyn, and even in the boroughs, different sections of the boroughs is a different experience. I mean, I could probably do a tour for like 2 weeks and take you around New York City
Oh,
easily.
that sounds so cool.
I don't know about 2 weeks. I don't have that kind of time
I
off, but like we could
I
totally.
know.
When I'm unemployed, I will go
Which
and
means
take
have
you
to
up on
come
that
visit
offer.
more, that's all.
We definitely need to come visit. Like you're always coming out here. Well, not always, but you seem to be out here more than we're out there.
Yeah,
But yeah.
that's okay. We'll figure it out. There's a couple festivals coming up. Obviously, Electric Zoo. There's also Time Warp, which is
Yeah.
hasn't been in New York for 4 years, and that's a European festival.
Uh-huh.
They're
I wish I
bringing
could
it
go to
back
that.
in November.
That one is that's the weekend before Thanksgiving, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
They could do it on
It's the
Thanksgiving.
same
I
weekend
still
as Dream
wanna go.
State.
It's like, isn't
Yeah.
it the same as Dreams? Yeah, you're
It's
right.
the same
you're
as
right,
Dream
you're right,
State,
you're right.
yeah. That's
Because
right.
Dream State moved, which
Yeah.
I thought, well, hey, I can do both, but no, I'm going to do Time Warp. I mean, it's a special thing.
I was just gonna
happening.
say that seems like an easy pick though, but
Yeah.
maybe that's just
yeah.
me.
But it's also the 5th
Yeah.
anniversary. Maybe they won't fuck it up this time for
Yeah.
Dream State.
Don't hold your breath on
You
that one.
jinxed it. You jinxed
Yeah.
it, Daniel.
So Liz, since you were saying it was the most beautiful drive, it was one of the most decent days. Would you go back to the greatest day
Yes.
ever?
I will, unless the lineup is something I don't want at all.
I was gonna say,
would
even
go
being in the
back and just
minority?
hang out
Uh-huh.
in the carnival
Oh,
because they definitely had their stuff going on for sure. That Red Bull did a good job picking up. I don't know if Red Bull picked out the people or Greatest Day did, but
Mm-hmm.
they did a heck of a job and had a good sound system. I mean, it wasn't small, it wasn't big, it was a smaller carnival, but it was worth it. It was fun. For the drive down to the city, heck yeah, absolutely.
All right. So if you could give us 3 tips or 2 tips on attending for anybody out there who's listening and thinking about going to the greatest day ever, what would your tips be?
Be prepared to have like water, which means I think you could have actually brought a Camelback in. I thought originally you couldn't, but you could have brought an empty water bottle and
Okay.
you would have been fine. So that's the one. Number 2, be prepared to pay out the booty for your drinks and food. And My third tip, I would actually say use public transportation, especially if you're staying in the city. Do that to get there. It's an easy festival. It was an easy 1-day festival. It was 2 days, but for me it was 1 day.
Okay.
Easy peasy for sure. Next year, keep an eye out for Live Nation's concert sale because they had tickets for $20, and that's how I found out about this. Originally, it was only day one, and then a couple days later, they put day 2 on, and as soon as we saw that, a bunch of us bought out all the tickets. That is really what ended up happening. So yeah, definitely keep an eye on it. They did try to cater to multiple musical tastes, which was really cool.
That's nice.
Very
cool.
I do like that.
Yeah, a well-rounded festival. Like that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
That's really nice.
Absolutely.
Well, that's fantastic. Thanks, Liz, for going for us, and then thanks, Zach, for also going first. Did Zach go on Saturday too?
No, he just came down for Sunday also, and it was really nice to bring him out and get to know him, and we're very excited to have him on board as an ambassador.
Oh, that's
very cool.
Yeah, and for everyone
Which you can find out about our new ambassador program by visiting us on Facebook. We do have it posted on the top of our page, I believe. If not, I will go ahead and do that now. For people who are interested in becoming a correspondent/ambassador, we do have a form you can fill out and help us out. We were looking for people doing all types of things, so we're very excited.
Yeah, we're very excited about that. And if you also want to check out any of these pictures from all the festivals that we've been talking about until this point, they are also on our Facebook page and soon on our website. Our website is launching, so we're very excited about that.
Even just using the hashtag for us would be awesome. I'd love to see what everybody's doing. Like, it's cool.
Yeah. I periodically, I'll check it.
I do.
We talk about it all the time, and it's a lot of people doing stuff. So it's been really big on Electric Forest. A lot of Electric Forest has been using our hashtag. So thank you, eForest, for loving us and using our hashtag.
Mm-hmm.
That's great. Liz, are you going to stay on the line?
I will stay on, absolutely.
We've got lots of things to talk about right now because there's been a lot of things going on in the past 4 days. And the biggest one is that we've already mentioned it, but Insomniac is really trying to steal everybody's money. And they just put escape tickets on sale with a $19.99.
It's $29.99 now.
Is it?
Yeah, it was
that was
one
the-
day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
One day.
Oh, I'm so glad I took advantage of that.
Oh, you saved $10 whole.
Listen.
That is 2 waters.
Listen, they're trying to take their $18 beers. We've got to really save our money anywhere. So if you missed it, on Friday at 9 a.m., Insomnia had decided that they were going to do all day up until, I think it was up until
midnight.
That they were going to do a $19.99 payment plan. So you put $19.99 down, and it was tier 1 all day, which is unheard of because I've never gotten a tier 1 for any Insomniac event. It's almost non-existent, but I got it that day.
I've woken up too late. I remember for an EDC
you have to
one
sacrifice your first 3 children to get tier 1.
Right.
I've gotten tier 1 several times.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
That's why you don't have children.
Yeah, I know.
kids.
That's fine.
Yeah. No.
But if you missed out on that, you can still do the layaway plan. It's now $29.99, and it is 3 payments. There's 1 this month and then 2 next month, correct?
Yeah.
And depending on which payment plan you get, if you did GA or VIP, then it's anywhere from $60 to $80 per
100 and something.
Oh, it's 100 and something. Ooh,
Yeah.
Daniela did
Somebody in the
VIP.
studio did that.
Yeah. I'm just gonna call it
Okay.
Yeah.
Daniela. You did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay.
It took my money.
All your money.
They took my money for 3 tickets before telling me Cascade wasn't going to be at Escape.
Oh, that's another thing. So then we all just found out that there's going to be an Escape Korea
Yeah.
in Seoul.
Yeah, Yeah.
cool. I
Yeah,
think that's
no,
awesome.
That's cool.
I
and
didn't know
not
we
cool.
branched that far.
I didn't either. And I'm mad that I didn't know about it because like
It was
I
just announced.
want to go to Korea.
Yeah.
Like I've been wanting to go
All
to
right,
Korea.
so
They
we're
should have
gonna do a
announced it
Beyond.
earlier.
We're
Yeah.
gonna do Beyond in Colombia, and we're gonna do
Hope
an
Wonderland?
Escape. Mhm,
Escape.
Escape
Well,
in
I've already
Korea.
bought my escape ticket.
Yeah, they told us
for
too
out there,
late.
Like I can't. And
Well,
85
you know what? I don't even like going to the first festivals of any kind of festival.
Yeah.
I know.
Anyways, there's
Don't be the
always
guinea
bugs.
pig. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wait that out. So
Yeah.
good
Well-
luck, Korea.
I think it'll do well, Korea.
I'm sending you the wind gods. Just
That's so mean. You don't want to do that. But like it's super cheap. I heard VIP was $85.
it was only for like a few tickets.
Oh, for
Yeah,
no,
I think
the
it's already sold out.
non-existent-
Yeah,
the non-existent
tier
tier
one.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, $85 for VIP.
Yeah, so I mean, I hope you guys enjoy Escape. It is second to the EDC's, one of the best music festivals that Insomniac puts out. But then again, I've only done the SoCal ones and the EDC's. So
But on the bright side, we're getting new stages because they're getting all our throwaway stages that were ugly to begin with.
oh, like the main stage.
That ugly like clown face,
Smile.
yeah, it's the ugliest thing I've ever
teeth.
seen.
I'm over that.
Yeah,
one. I'm
we
over
had it for like 3 years.
I'm over it.
It's the same. It's the same stages, but that's okay. I mean, even the EDC stages move around. So
Yeah, but I like that. I like that they do.
I like that they get rid of the ugly stages and bring something better.
I only like that when it's like the new ones,
Mhm.
and I haven't been able to go to an EDC to see it.
Yeah,
But
share
like,
the
if I
love.
go to 2 in a row and I see the same stages,
No, I
it's
don't
very,
like
it's
that.
very sad. Like, it's
No, I
very
don't.
sad. Yeah.
Yeah, but even then, even with between like EDC Las Vegas and Mexico, it's still a little bit different. It's a little bit smaller and like I don't know, whatever.
Yeah. I don't get to go to EDC Vegas, so I don't.
You're
get
going
to see
next
those
year.
things. I am going next year.
You got
though.
that payment plan. We all did. All the festival addicts did.
And just a reminder, everybody, on July 31st, your
Yeah,
next
you're-
payment is coming
Yeah,
out.
you're getting 2 payments this month.
2 this month.
So
Yeah.
just be aware of that. So that's all very, very important. And then so you got Secret Project. Like
Yeah.
We'll tell everybody about it
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
I didn't
so
know about it.
I got an email saying that for supporting Secret Project, I got a pre-sale link, but they're officially on sale on Friday. But if anyone wants that link, I'll send you my link and you can try it.
And then Secret Project's like a techno,
Isn't it
trancy,
Factory- is it
outdoorsy
Factory
Yeah, it's
93?
Factory 93.
thing in
Okay.
LA, right?
Yeah. The shitty
It
part's
sounded
that it's
fun.
during the day. You know, I hate
Oh.
sunlight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
But-
vampire Daniela.
But I can take the train there and just walk like a block, and I can get drunk on the train, get drunk on the way home too. So I guess.
There you go. There's a silver lining.
Yeah.
There's a silver lining.
Also, it's like a stop or 2 away from King Taco, so I can go get tacos
there
after.
are 2 silver linings.
Yeah.
Look at that. This is for you.
It's like
There
a
you
silver
go.
circle.
It's like a silver.
Can I point out that I love your beanie today, Daniela?
Thank you.
I don't know if
No.
you noticed. I'm
The
also,
aliens, yeah.
She's ready for the Area 51.
Yeah, we're
raid.
both
are you,
ready.
Wait, are you gonna do the Naruto run? Like, I only want to know.
I was telling my brother about that. He was like, "What?" And I was like, "Yeah, they're taking the left flank."
I didn't know it was the left flank.
I think Kyle's got the right, and some Karens are in the middle. It's gonna be great.
Oh my gosh!
It's gonna
Yeah,
be great.
I'm very anti this storming Area 51. Like, it's got me triggered on a whole different level.
But
So,
everyone
it's
bring me
really
an
funny.
alien.
It's really funny though.
I don't want to get shot at, but bring
I
me an
am
alien.
living off these like Area 51 memes. Like every day I get off of work and I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
I
Betty
don't know.
White's going.
I heard Jeff Goldblum is
Yeah.
also.
So is
going.
Obama.
Is he really? he can walk in. He can
Yeah,
get
he has a
everybody in.
password.
I was like, what are you like?
He has all the passwords to get us all in.
Oh my god.
We won't get shot at.
I am.
No,
I can't wait for September 20th and 21st, just to see what goes down.
Yeah.
I'm not bailing anybody out of jail, so don't get caught. That's just my don't get caught.
What about pickups
It'll
from
be
hospitals?
Not doing that either.
interesting
Not sending
to
flowers
see if-
either.
Yeah, Liz.
It'll be interesting to see if anything ends up happening, because knowing that this most likely started as just like a fun thing, I would not be surprised if someone tries to throw an event. And I loved how the military put on their page, their website, do not try and storm us. That's the best.
But
I
really,
find that
they can't stop
interesting.
everyone.
They can't, but like
I heard that like the towns closest to it are just being like bombarded with like like people actually trying to at least get close to it. You know
oh,
what I mean?
jeez.
I think it's hilarious.
Everyone listening, go for it. Let me know how that
Yes,
goes.
I support you fully. I will be from here, from the safety of California.
You
but I
won't. You'll
support
be
you.
no, you'll be in Europe.
I will
It's
light a
not till
candle.
September.
Oh, is it September? I thought
September
it was this
20th.
weekend.
Yeah,
Oh.
at 3 a.m. I'll light a candle for you guys. Good
Oh
luck.
no, absolutely not.
Oh man, no! I honestly want to wear like my alien stuff to Europe just
Do
to
it.
see it. Yeah,
Do
I
it.
feel like in solidarity with my brothers and sisters.
Do it.
They're gonna know to run.
I just like, but if anyone does Naruto run, like I want video of that. Like, I
Yes.
just want to see that.
Yes. Oh
I
my
don't
God.
know. That's,
You want to just go get close enough to not get shot and get a
Nope,
video?
I don't even want to be in that area.
I
Okay,
love. I loved.
fine.
I think what the rave lineup. You guys see the
Oh,
fake
yeah.
rave lineup for?
Mhm.
Oh man.
If it actually happens, this will be the definition of why we can't have nice things. But,
We already
Yeah.
knew we can't have nice things
yeah,
here.
but this will really be
The whole. I'm sure the whole world's just looking at us like.
Yeah. Oh, God, these idiots again.
What is America gonna do now?
You know what?
First the Tide Pods, now they're trying to steal aliens. Now they're licking ice cream.
We've
Oh no! I can't handle. I'm just gonna just keep going to festivals.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
skip the Area 51 biz, but good luck.
But if anyone wants to go report for us, let us know.
yeah,
Ooh,
and then use
a
it.
correspondent.
Yeah, definitely use the hashtag Festival Addicts.
Especially if you get an alien out.
Yeah.
8247. We'll interview them. Bring them on in.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh.
The other news that kind of happened right after our show last week is that Mad Decent Block Party
Oh.
in Boston for this weekend got canceled.
Was like
Thank you, Mad Decent, for throwing my life into chaos for the last week, just so you know.
oh, did you hear that, Mad Decent? You
Well,
awful
you know they
lickers.
haven't had the best like reputation.
No,
or
after that girl
history
twerked off the boat.
ever. Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'd never been and I'd never heard of it, and I
You're not
loved
missing
the
out.
lineup.
It's
Yeah.
It did
The
have a
good
really
news is-
cool like promo video. I was sold. If
So
I
did
was-
Firefest.
You know what? I just wanted to go on the biggest bouncy house and see some of my friends and the best artists out there. So
We'll rent
some
you a
of the
bouncy
cool-
house. Your friends will be there.
So yeah. So instead, I am going to Camp Bisco this
Okay.
week. So pray for me. I'm not camping though, but I will be there. I hear camping is a little weird, and it
Is that the
gonna
one on the
be
hill?
Nice. It is. It's
I
the
heard
one
that.
where you camp on the mountain, and you basically camp like sliding, kind of, sort of. So it looks like as of this moment, there actually may not be much rain, which is good. The
Woohoo.
bad news is we're getting a heat wave on the East Coast, and it's going to be like 98 degrees on Saturday.
That's a heat wave?
That is a heat
For them,
wave
for
out
them,
here.
for them.
Yeah.
They get all
Yeah,
the weather,
'cause-
okay? Like they don't have to
Yeah.
steal our
It-
triple digits. It's fine.
No, they can. Let somebody else
Yeah,
have the
you
triple
can
digit.
have the 115-degree weather.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's actually going to be
Nobody needs
worse
that.
on the coast, and this is in Pennsylvania by Scranton, so it won't be as bad where we are. But holy cow, like we're going to be dying, and it's going to be like at nighttime 80 degrees, which is we're
That's-
used to 50s and 60s,
Mm.
maybe 70s.
I've
So, we're
definitely
gonna be
woken
dying.
up to 80s.
I went to EDC in June.
Yeah, I know about
I don't
that.
feel sorry for you.
And you live.
But we have humidity
Wow.
too.
Oh, now I feel a little
Like-
bad.
Oh man,
Yeah.
no! I mean, Tomorrowland weather reports, like people's interpretation of what like hot is
Yeah.
really
Their
entertaining.
heat wave is gonna be like 80.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
their heat wave for Northern Europe.
Yeah,
But it's not bad.
Yeah.
It's like, but like when it's like beaming down the sun, like that's actually like you really do want to like be covered.
Well, yeah.
Sunblock.
In general.
Yeah, definitely take sunblock. That's
But
crazy.
yeah,
But
I'll
you
pray
guys-
for you for Bisco in the heat uphill at 98 degrees.
Yeah, that's crazy.
For sure, Liz.
But there is a water park, and it sounds like they have a lazy river. So honestly,
Ooh.
I am just gonna go to the lazy river, and I think my favorite artist that I'm excited about for the weekend, Kayvon, he's playing on that stage. So I'm like really excited about that.
Are you going to have the laziest day ever?
I am.
Yes.
I'm going to have a super lazy day. It's actually, I hear it's very wookish and ratchet. Everyone's told me it's the most ratchet festival. So it's like half wook, half rave. I don't know. I'll report back.
I was just going to say,
at
tell me
some
your
point.
findings.
We'll pray for you.
I will. We may have to do a one-off interview before I leave, and so I may just do an interview and post it, and we will see how it goes.
When do you leave for Europe?
I come back from Bisco Sunday early afternoon, and I leave Monday early afternoon.
Oh my
for Europe.
God.
Jeez, no time.
This is why, this is kind of from here on out, I am in laundry pack, get ready mode because I only have tomorrow and I've got that 24 hours and that's it.
Jeez.
So I just did laundry. Now I have to find all my clothes and pack for multiple trips. And not only am I doing Europe, but then I go to Mexico